Cheers, I do buckaroos. How the heck are you? I am Tom, the Whiskey Whisperer, although I'm not technically drinking whiskey. Let's call it whiskey adjacent. My 2022 Thanksgiving cocktail using Copper and King's Craftwork brandy. I pronounced that a certain way yesterday, and I got, anyways. Craft Work, Copper and King's Craftwork brandy. It is a brilliant 104 proof brandy. I wish I'd have bought more. I bought 2 bottles, but I wish I'd have bought the shelf because it was only $11, man. And this stuff is brilliant. So this is brilliant brandy that is finished in 4 hands Madagascar vanilla Imperial Stout barrels, and it's just gorgeous brandy. So what I've done is I've used 3 ounces of this brandy. I've used 1.5 ounces of cranberry black cherry juice to make it a holiday-ish, right? Cranberries, cherries, that's holiday, right? Anyways, and some cherry bitters and about 1/2 ounce of some cream sherry. So it's kind of Manhattan inspired, but it's not a Manhattan. It is my 2022 Thanksgiving cocktail. Brandy, cranberry black cherry juice, some cream sherry, and some cherry bitters. And I haven't tried this yet. It's the first time I've made it. Oh, there's that nose is gorgeous though. I'm gonna serve straight up like you would a Manhattan. Oh my god, that's brilliant. Wow. I thought about not adding the sherry. The reason I did is because of I'm adding juice, right? So I'm adding that's my sweetness is the juice. I thought I wanted to add that cream sherry to kind of balance it out a little bit. God, good God, that's gorgeous. Yeah, that's a brilliant cocktail. I swear to goodness I could sell this for about $15-20 at any bar in town. I'm telling you, somebody needs to be writing down my recipes. Because you can sell these things. I'm telling you, but nobody listens. Anyway, I digress. People should be paying more attention to me. Anyways, I digress. I'm kidding, of course. Yeah, I had the idea to use that cranberry black cherry juice. I like the cranberry black cherry as opposed to the straight cranberry. It's kind of my personal favorite juice, but I thought, well, for Thanksgiving, it kind of works. You got the combination of the black cherry and cranberry. Cranberry definitely screams, Thanksgiving. Well, I think the cherry notes really talks about the holidays as well, somewhere between Thanksgiving and Christmas. So I thought the combination would work well. And it does. And I thought about doing whiskey too, but then I had this brandy. I thought, no, I think this brandy... Excuse me. Because this brandy is finished in those craft beer barrels, those stout notes, I really thought it would, again, add to that holiday flavor. Because it has notes of chocolate. Personally, I get fudge more so than chocolate, but yeah, you're following me, right? Ugh. Man, that is brilliant, though. Wow. So again, I've got 3 ounces of the whiskey. I've got 1.5 ounce of the juice, 1/2 ounce of cream sherry, and about 4 or 5 dashes of those beautiful cherry bitters. Oh, that's a cocktail, baby. That's a cocktail. That's a cocktail. Okay, there you are. That's tasty. Anyway, as you might have guessed, no, I'm really not in this obviously animated coffee lounge / pub behind me. But I thought I'd make a nice backdrop. I'm not really here. Are you surprised? But it is nice, though, isn't it? I'm trying to set a mood, trying to get in a holiday mood. It's been a tough one this year. Right, every year is tough, but sometimes we can kind of get out of our funk for a little bit and try to enjoy a little bit of it. But this year is especially tough because we lost Shadow. We lost Shadow. Shadow, Shadow, my cat, was about a month and a half shy of 16 years old, and I thought she was gonna keep going. I really did. I know she'd been slipping a little bit. She had arthritis real bad. She wasn't making the jump she used to, and I was noticing her eyesight going. But she's getting old, right? But I don't know. We don't know exactly what happened, but my guess is it kind of seems like she had a stroke and just kind of slowly faded off. Anyways, I'm gonna start crying if I talk any more about it. But we pick her up Friday. We had to take. I was hoping I could get her today, but that didn't happen. I wanted to have her home for Thanksgiving, but that didn't happen. So we've on our fireplace mantle, we've got our son Seamus. So we've got our Large, the cat, that we lost back in 2018, and then Shadow will go right there by him. So have those three all together. Bring it back, Tom. You're getting sad. Yeah, I know. This is why it's been so difficult this year to try to get in the mood for Thanksgiving. I am kind of glad that it's just going to be my wife and I, that we don't have to go anywhere, because I don't really feel like I could be around people, be around family, because it's different, right? If I go somewhere and I'm around strangers, that's something, because I don't have to, there's no expectation, right? But if you go to Thanksgiving with family, then there's some expectation, and I just don't feel like I could do that at this particular moment in time. I'm glad there's no expectations on our family or on our dinner tomorrow as well. My wife and I, like I said, we've both been struggling for different reasons. Well, some of the same. Our son and Shadow, but we both process it slightly different, I should say. But typically, I do the meal, the hot part. She does the salads and dessert. But she hasn't been really feeling it either, neither have I. So we're basically just gonna do the basics tomorrow, right? I'm gonna cook some turkey. We're gonna have some mashed potatoes. We're gonna have some dressing, but that's really all it's gonna be tomorrow. I'm gonna make some gravy. Gravy's gotta happen, but that's a given, right? I'm actually just going to cook a turkey breast tomorrow, and I did fix the marinade. I used a local-ish white wine, I should say, Walnut Grove. It's about 45 minutes from Springfield, the 7 Seas, so I used a little bit of that white wine marinade. For years, I've been doing this kind of bourbon marinade on a whole turkey, but just doing the breast, I didn't want to put the bourbon on there because I thought it might be a little too much for just the breast. So I decided, let's do a white one. So I did the spices. I did similar to what I usually do, but I replaced the bourbon with the white wine. And many people don't realize that alcohol is a natural tenderizer. So when I've done the bourbon marinade in the past, it makes that breast meat, and you go to most people's houses, and that breast meat is going to be drier than shoe leather, right? They're going to try to convince you it's good, but it's not. It's not. It's just not. But I'm telling you, the breasts on the turkeys that I've made in the past has been so incredibly moist because of that. That alcohol really just does its job. So I wanted to use just a little bit of white wine, not a lot. I think you only used about 4 ounces with the other parts of the marinade. I do prefer a straight up cocktail too. One of the reasons why I'm not a huge old fashioned fan is I don't like ice in my drink, right? I'm not a fan. So even when I do make an old fashioned, I tend to serve it like a Manhattan. So there's certain old fashioned recipes that are basically a Manhattan with a different, sweetener, right? For instance, there's a friend sent me a recipe for a maple old fashioned. The only difference was they swapped out, they've taken out the simple syrup and added maple syrup. Well, if I call it a Manhattan, I could say I swapped out the sweet vermouth and added maple syrup. Are you following me? Yeah, so it's basically the same cocktail. I just prefer to serve it straight up like this. rather than, an ice in the glass. I'm just not a fan of the ice in the glass. And most Manhattans are served straight up, whereas most old fashions are served with ice in the glass. And I'm just not a fan of ice in the glass. I'm just not a big fan, man. I just can't do it. Boy, I gotta tell you though, this is a lovely cocktail. That is good. I swear to goodness, I could hawk the hell out of this at any upscale bar in town. Yeah, I could. We could change the brandy for something else, but yeah. For instance, my friends at Tiakida use Hinterland. Use that maple bourbon with the black cherry juice. I'm telling you, people need to start listening to me. People should listen to me, damn it. Yeah, I use that maple bourbon with the black cherry juice, the cherry bitters. If you don't like the idea of the cream sherry, don't add it. But I really think it does something to the drink too. Boy, that helps too. But hey, man, you do you. I'm telling you, you can steal my idea. You don't have to pay me anything. You might give me some credit and a byline there a little bit. Hey, this is influenced by the Whiskey Whisperer, but I'm not looking for anything. I don't want a paycheck. I don't even want a free drink. I just want to see my work out there. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I just want people to know I'm working hard for the public. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, that's all I'm saying, man. Why won't people listen to me? Anyway, I don't want any credit. I'm not trying to get rich. That's obvious. I'm not a greedy sort. Anybody that knows me knows that. If I was influenced by money, I certainly would have done a lot of things different over the years. Oh, mercy, Percy. Anyways, bring it back, Tom. I am Tom the Whiskey Whisperer, Whiskey Evangelist. Prolific whiskey drinker. I should have added that I'm using Collins Amarena cherries, and I added just a little bit of that cherry juice as well to kind of, boost that cherry profile a little bit. One more time, I'm feeling I am Tom the Whiskey Whisperer, Whiskey Evangelist, prolific whiskey drinker, purveyor of wisdom, and all right, good guy. Cheers, guys. Have a good one.